Hello my dear followers, this is Frank and Angie. We sold everything and moved abroad. Yes, we chose living abroad over living in the USA. We are professional frugalists and life hackers. In this video we're going to talk about 3 reasons why you can't move abroad. So I never understood people that say they go abroad for the food. Well, you know, the first one is, I've touched on this in the other video, it's because you follow the Rams. Following the Rams is a sure prescription for eventual disaster because of the funneling and the bubbles that they create. You're just a cog in the bubble wheel and you're just falling prey to the pricing inflation that is artificial pricing inflation. And so it becomes this thing where you're just going where everybody's going, doing what everybody's doing it the same way everybody's doing it, and that's exactly the reason why eventually it no longer works. Even though, because the Rams do cover quite a large geographical area, it isn't necessary to avoid specifically any area that happens to be on the Ram map. But still, it's like, okay, so I'm in Cuenca, Ecuador, but I don't do things like the other expats. I do them differently. I do them based on my experience as a professional frugalist and life hacker back in the States for many, many years. And so because of that, I am able to do that, to go to a place like that that is on the RAM list and still be able to do my living well on small means. To ask you about this, how much flour do you think you used on this?
I don't know, maybe a cup.
A cup. More. Okay, what does that cost about?
The bag costs $4 or $1 for 2 pounds.
Okay, so maybe it costs 25 cents with the flour. The cheese, what'd that cost?
A lot.
Okay, so the cheese was expensive. Maybe you think that's $1 worth of cheese?
Between me and Mom, probably.
Okay, and then what about the tomatoes?
Probably $1.
Okay, so you're eating for $2.25, well, with olive oil, for $2.50. You're eating gourmet Italian food. What do you think about that?
I think that yeah, it's cool. Yeah,
that's pretty amazing. He did have to work in the kitchen an hour. Well, good for you, you know. But you sow, you reap, right? The second reason kind of morphs from the first reason, and it is that you don't have any money. Now, I want you to know that I don't have any money. But I'm a person that lives very well. I like to put it this way. I have a few bones and I make an excellent chicken soup from those bones. In other words, I know how to make a lot from a little. And it is a skill. And there is an intentional desire to do that needs to exist and needs to be there in order to make things happen. You also have to think outside the box because, again, if we're just doing things the way everybody else does them, for one, we fall prey to the price inflation, and for another, it kind of puts us in that box where there really isn't a whole lot of ways to do it other than the prescribed way of doing it. And so, but the thing is, though, in order to be successful abroad, though, you do want to have, you know, some savings. You do want to have some savings, and you know, you want to be able to dip into that savings if and when the occasion arises where you need to do something to make your life happy or to smooth over a situation or whatever the case may be. So you don't really want to try to shoestring it in the sense that, even though we are shoestringing it in the sense that our income is humble, we do have you know, some savings to fall back on if the case may be. So you don't want to shoestring it when it comes to that. You do want to have something to fall back on and have some savings. And the third one, it kind of also morphs, these 3 sort of morph together because, and it's that you don't or won't speak the language. I didn't speak the language either when I came here. I overcome these issues by making a decision that I'm going to overcome these issues. That's the number one thing. And not speaking at least some get-by Spanish is a problem. Because again, that just kind of relegates you to the inside the box sphere of the RAM. You know what I'm talking about? You're stuck. You're right here. You got to do it this way. And I'm all about doing things out of the box and doing things on my own and figuring things out on my own, and how to hack this and how to hack that and how to make it happen. I'm not saying that you have to become a language specialist. I'm not fluent in Spanish. Okay? When you come down here with the correct attitude that you're going to win and you're going to make it happen, and you look for ways to make it happen out of the box. We're designing a course just for you, just to help you to take that decade-long experience that I have spent decades just refining this system where I hack everything about my life financially, which also leads into personal fulfillment. And so you get to have a mentor, somebody like me that's been doing this for decades, that can take you by the hand and just show you all of the little things that I've hacked, and big things, and put them all in a nifty little in a nifty course designed to just mentor you through everything and walk you through it and just plug you right in. And so go down there to the link below and sign up. Thanks for listening, and have a wonderful day.